What's up, gamers? How the heck are you? Welcome to my first grounded video of 2023. Now, I want to do a short armor video in 2023 for basically new players, old players, people who have never seen the game, people who have seen the game since the beginning. I want to talk about each stage of the game and the armor I chose to use for that stage, because truthfully, when I first played through this, and even my second to third playthrough, I chose pieces of armor and skipped over other ones for specific reasons and my own reasons. Now, I want to go ahead and say before we get into the video, just real quick, wear what you want to wear. I say this in a lot of my armor videos and a lot of my weapon videos. Wear what you want to wear, use what you want to use. I'm not the end all say all here. I might have terrible reasonings for choosing what I choose, because the truth is, in this game, mixing and matching is really good. Really good. You can use a lot of pieces to make really cool builds, and I have a couple videos showing really cool builds of mix and matching pieces. But the truth is, my OCD kicks in and I hate that. I like wearing full complete sets of armor because I think they look cooler when it's all one cohesive set. But that's me, and I chose to run a lot of my game with full sets of armor. So without further ado, let's get into the video. But like I said, just wear what you want to wear, play the game how you want to play, and don't let anybody tell you anything different. Play it how you want to play it. All right, so let's get into it. Let's check it out. Here we go. Early stages of the game, I wore clover armor. Okay? I wore clover armor mainly because the game tells you to make it, but that's not the only reason. Wearing it now is beneficial for a few things. One, you get moist. Moist means that you retain water super well, and which means you don't have to drink as much water throughout the day. Early on in the game, that's just too beneficial to pass up. You also get stay fuller, which means you don't have to eat as much food throughout the day. Once again, it's too good to pass up. Now, this one is particularly sleek. This is my custom game. I was just showing stuff off. If you take it the sleek route, I do not recommend any early on armor you upgrading to sleek. There's just not enough material in this game or resources for you to use right off the bat like this. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're a solo player, you have a little bit more leeway because there is a bunch around. But if you're playing with a group of friends, you're going to run through that material, that upgrade material rather quickly. So be sparingly on what you choose to upgrade to sleek and what you choose not to. Anyway, you do get trickle regen, which regenerates health over time if you take this to level 7. Once again, I don't fully recommend that, but do it if you want to. All right, so clover armor was one of the first pieces of armor I chose to build. I skipped over any other piece of armor and went right to ant armor. For one major benefit, ant armor makes you one of the ants. So as soon as you put on red ant armor, you become one of the red ants, and they no longer see you as a threat, which means you now can enter the red ant hill with no problems. They don't bother you, they don't talk to you, they don't do anything. They think you're one of them, and they're probably wondering why you're not, moving some dirt around or protecting an egg. All right, you're not doing your job. All right, but other than that, you can do whatever you want in these areas. Gather resources, explore, pick up. There's a chip. There's a burgle chip down in the red ant hill. You gotta get that. You can do all that without having to worry about anything attacking you. It's great. You can explore under the oak lab. You can explore into the old ant hill, things like that. Gather all those resources with no worries. Also, you get hauling strength, which means you can haul more items. Now, if you take the sleek route, you get chopping speed, which that's dumb. So don't ever turn this to sleek. So I don't recommend that. But like I said, you get a lot of that, a lot of benefits, and it's a medium armor, so you get pretty decent defense. It's not great, but it's okay. It's not bad. I jumped right from this to Ladybug. Skipped over anything else. Ladybug armor is the GOAT. I ran with this for a while in this game. Here's why. So now you get, if you're wearing the full set, you get Scarlet Embrace, which means you occasionally heal after blocking. Any form of blocking, bam, occasionally get a heal. Nice. This is the first piece of armor I will tell you at least get to level 7. If you're wearing this armor, get it to level 7 because you will get the sleek bonus of increased healing, which means for each piece you have that is sleek, you get a boost in healing no matter what the source it comes from, whether it is a bandage, a smoothie, a piece of food you're eating, if it is if it is a life steal from one of the weapons, if you're choosing one of the mosquito needle. This and the mosquito needle is a broken build. It has had a little bit of a nerf. It's not as broken as it used to be, but it is still really good, especially in that beginning, mid game, even into late mid game. It's really beneficial. This will get you through a lot of labs pretty successfully. You get blocking strength, so I recommend you at least level this up to level 7. You can take it all the way to level 9 if you want to. At least level 7 though, so you can get the sleek bonus. It's just too good. I used this. You're about to see how far I went. All right, I used Ladybug armor, skipping over all of this, all the way to Roly Poly armor. And once I realized I can get Roly Poly armor, I got the broken set from the sickly Roly Poly, not as good. You can skip that if you want to. I went, and as soon as I found a healthy Roly Poly, I did everything I could to kill him. I think it was one of the hardest kills I've ever had, because they take so long when you're afraid to attack them right off the bat. Like, I was afraid to fight the Roly Poly because of how hard it hit if you did not land your perfect block. Nowadays, I'll perfect block it all day long and not worry about it. But back then, I stood up on a leaf and shot it with a bunch of arrows until it died, and I took all of its pieces and made this. And I ran this probably till I used this to take on one of the final bosses of the game, if that means anything. I was testing out other stuff during that, but I used this to take on one of the final bosses of the game. This armor is really good, mainly because it offers one of the highest defenses or defenses in the game, but it also has blocking strength, so you can block for a lot longer. You get blocking stun, so you can apply a stun damage, which is nice. You do get taunting gaze, which this is annoying, yes, but honestly, I didn't see a difference. I felt like things attacked me no matter what, so they didn't care. They attacked every day and didn't care. Things attack no matter what. But I used this for a large portion of the game until I discovered antline armor. For one reason and one reason only, I thought it looked the coolest. I thought it looked awesome, and I loved how it looked. So I would run antline armor unless I was taking a ton of damage, and then I would come back and get Roly Poly armor. Antline armor was probably my go-to, just exploring armor, because I thought it looked cool, made me feel like an explorer, and it offers quick draw, which means I could fire my crossbow faster. And I used bows a lot in this game, but I thought firing the crossbow faster was one of the better features that it would allow me. Also, you get the sizzle protection, and a lot of stuff in the upper yard does sizzle damage, so that's really nice. You can take it the sleek route. I don't actually recommend it. Your thirst rate is slower, which seems kind of stupid for a tier 3 armor to be a thirst rate being slower. I really feel like I know it's kind of like it goes with the whole, you get like super thirsty in the sand pit or whatever it is, the sandbox. You get super thirsty in the sandbox because it's heat, but come on, it's tier 3, guys. You should have given us something a little cooler than thirst rate, because at that point, am I really worrying about thirst? I probably have a charcoal canteen at that point, and not to mention, you can literally just jump up and drink dew all the time, so I'm not really worried about thirst rate. But anyway, nonetheless, I ran these 2 armors all the way till the end of the game for the most part. They did come out with 5 new pieces of armor, and we're not really going to talk about mixed matching. Yes, there's the Mask of the Mother Demon and stuff like that, but we're not going to talk about that right now. I have builds on that. If you want to go watch those videos, you are welcome to. But I will say that I ran these 2 pieces of armor pretty much all the way to the middle of the game. All the way to the end of the game. Sorry, not the middle of the game. This was my late, mid to end game builds right there. Now, people will talk about these pieces of armor. Now, these are over here because these are the 5 pieces of armor that came out when the game fully released that we did not have prior to the full release of the game. There are benefits to a lot of these armors. Granted, some of these you can't get until you have to. Well, granted, the Mantis is not as hard as she used to be. sadly enough, she's actually pretty simple now with a lot of little cheats. I have a few videos on that if you guys want to check those out. The Black Widow armor is nice for a cross poison build. The red firing armor is great. The acid, or it's good, but the acid explosion doesn't really work great for me. It has acid splash if you're wearing the full set. Just never really does a ton for me. I believe it's the full set. Isn't that the set bonus? Is acid splash? Yeah. Set bonus is acid splash. I don't know. Acid splash doesn't do a ton for me, though. I've had people say that it's really good for them. Black Ox is a medium armor. I wanted this to be a heavy armor because the Black Ox Beetle is one of the heaviest bugs in the game. Why this is a medium armor offering a 100 or for the full defense, I have no idea. If this offered as much defense as the Roly Poly, I would have ran the Roly Poly armor, or I would have ran this Black Ox armor because I think it looks absolutely awesome. But it just didn't offer as much defense. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't offer that little of amount, and I probably could have done just fine. But mentally, seeing the more defense, I just felt like this protected me more. I don't know why. It may not. It may, and I'm sure there's some nerd out there with all the numbers. Sorry, I don't mean nerd badly. I mean like in a good sense. Like, you're a smart person. You've been told all the numbers. You have a full spreadsheet of all the numbers. But whatever. I play off a feel, and if I feel like something's working for me, or if I'm playing the game and I'm like, this is destroying creatures, I am dominating this game right now with this build. I don't care what your numbers say. I know it's working for me. That's all that matters. I test builds out in game and play and use them. And if I feel like something's working for me, that's all I need. All I need. Moth's great for bow. I'm not gonna lie. It's good for bow. It's good for your stabs now, because you can be a wizard in this game. That's not something you used to be able to do. But once again, these are really late game armor. Don't worry, you can get them at any point. Truthfully, you could technically get them at any point if you want to. But they are from more difficult creatures. So, but you can get them at any point. With all the armors, you can get any of this armor at any point you want in the game for the most part. Because you can just get to any area in this game you want. You just have to kill the bug to have it. So if you're beginning in the game and you want to bum rush a Roly Poly, bam, go for it. I'm not gonna stop you. No one's gonna stop you. You can go find a Roly Poly. There's a couple in this like mid area right there. Not the full up yard, but right there in the mid area. There's a couple there usually. Take them out. All right, I think the sick ones are way in the back there, but they're right there. Take them out and get some armor, get some good armor. But like I said, play how you want to play, build what you want to build, use what you want to use. I really just wanted to talk about those types of armors, just because having not fully understanding the armor and not fully understanding what's the best out of them. And you could literally go in and read something, and unless you have the willingness to go to the wiki, look at the percentages, look at actually what that is doing for you, because some of these, it sounds kind of weird, For instance, Clover is moist. Moist reads, "You're squishy and retain water well." Okay. But it's like, it's nice. It's an okay description, but it's like, doesn't give you the actual numbers in it, which I do agree that having those actual numbers just displayed in game would be better versus me having to go look things up in the wiki that a third party put in there, because it's not even the devs themselves that put that information in there. It's a third party person that does it, and relying that information is correct, granted, because you can kind of get more of a breakdown of what that actually means. But like I said, I play off a lot of feel, so before I even consult the wiki, and I usually just consult the wiki when I'm getting kind of like a clarification of what I'm actually doing, not so much the percentage. It's not necessarily the percentage, it's more of a clarification of what I'm actually doing. That being said, like I said, play how you want to play, do what you want to do, feel how you want to feel. If there's a certain type of armor that you guys love that I didn't talk about because you're like, wow, you're an idiot for skipping over that armor, tell me in the comments. Tell me I'm an idiot. It doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Like I said, but let me know in the comments. Let me know what armors you guys like running. What armor did you run the most that your friends were like, oh my gosh, why are you still using that armor? Why have you not moved on to something else? You know? Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Hey, if you guys enjoyed this video at all, please hit that like button. It does help with the algorithm. If you guys enjoyed me at all, consider subscribing to the channel. I'd love to have you as a subscriber. I'm looking at 10,000 this year, guys. I'm looking at 10,000. I don't know if it'll happen. I'm looking at 10,000 though. So if you guys want to help me get there, that'd be nice. All right. So, hey, if you guys like the video, like I said, hit that like button. It does at least help with the algorithm. So, and leave in the comments what your favorite armor was. And as always, guys, I will gladly catch you in the next one. Peace out.